Hello, everyone, and welcome in to Speaking of Diamonds. My name is Rich, and welcome to this is a late night whip and chat. Having a bit of insomnia and couldn't quite sleep, so it is currently um, 1:10 a.m. where I'm at Central Standard Time. and Tonight this morning it is Sunday, March 9th, and the only reason I'm sharing that, normally a whip and chat would be time, agnostic. Um, it's the night that most of North America observes daylight savings time. So at 3 a.m., our clocks will spring forward 1 hour, and it's a really outdated type uh, deal that supposedly it used to be done to grant the farmers longer daylight so that they could bring in the crops, etc. And then now, of course, the uh, tractors and everything have lights on them, and there's much more automation on how they pull in the crops and stuff like that. So it's really not needed anymore. And every time we go through this, you start hearing about bills being presented to do away with daylight savings time because it has been attributed to higher incidence of car wrecks, mistakes at work, things like that, because people's time schedule gets a little bit messed up. So, in a couple hours here, I'm going to, fast forward into the future an hour. So that should be interesting and fun as well. But I thought, I have not had the opportunity to get a video up recently, and I'll explain why during our whip and chat here. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do a whip and chat. With the whip and chats, as always, feel free to join in and work alongside me on your diamond painting or craft of choice, or just listen to me as you go about your chores or whatnot. Let's go over what I'm working on here. I'm working on a painting that is completely ridiculous. To be honest, it is. I'm looking to see if I could find a picture. I'm trying something a little bit different with the recording here today, so let me know if this is working out for you. But I've decided I have to make some changes to my setup because it's patched together and stuff, and it takes a little bit too more, I should say, a little bit more time than I would like to put videos together and stuff like that. So trying something a little bit different. I have some equipment that I ordered, so let me know. But I'm calling it the Kerminator, and it is a ridiculous, unlicensed piece. I don't know where it came from. Well, I do know where it came from, but and I think I may have shown a picture of this before, but got this image, and I'm doing it for the Get Your Weird On 2025. And if I can't find or I'm not going to be able to put a picture up on the screen here with this new setup. So what I'll do is I will post a picture of this in the Speaking of Diamonds Facebook group. If you didn't know, I did start a Speaking of Diamonds Facebook group. And I will link that down below. Go ahead and please sign up. It's a lot easier to communicate there than it is to communicate through YouTube. However, if you only use YouTube, whatnot, then feel free just to I'll put posts in the community tab as well. So this is just a ridiculous picture where Kermit is just all jacked up on roids, and you have Miss Piggy over here, and she's sort of in a Princess Leia bikini outfit. And like I said, the whole point of the event is to have a weird picture, and this certainly fits the bill. So that's what I'm working on here. I have my Firefly Inferno Nano tray. This is like just my go-to type of tray. And of course, it is green in order to match Kermit a little bit. I also have a Yellow Dog Designs tray at the standby. This is has the grid for single placing, and this picture is quite confetti heavy. The picture itself, the render that I was able to send in to get the custom made wasn't the greatest, and you know, the size may be a little off, but it's a 45 by 60. How much am I going to spend on a painting that's sort of like a joke, right? But I have my Yellow Dog tray. Then I am currently using 2 pens on this project. And I have the lights down low here because it's late at night. So I'm hoping you can see all of this, but it looks okay on the monitor here. But this is my Fordite pen that I'm using. I am just obsessed with Fordite and the history of Fordite and anything Fordite. So this one sort of goes with the painting. It has some Kermit green, and then the background is this, sort of sandy background landscape, so it matches that. And then I have this pen, which the where I got these blanks escapes me. I do not remember where I got them. Pretty sure I got this off of Etsy. And this is a hybrid, so it's wood on the ends, then it's resin here in the center a little bit. It also has colored pencils in the resin, and I think there's even, if I look really close, there's some flowers and like little uh, bushy type flowers in here. So again, sort of matches the theme of the piece here. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I will use this one. Got my Donna Bass tweezers here that I'm using. Today I'm not using Alien Putty, go figure. I'm using Putty Crocker, Boutique, and More. This is a scent, it says not telling you, but I have been trying to work my way through more of my putty stash to try different companies and stuff like that, and I have not used this one much. Uh, or this company much before, and it's this cool burgundy type color, which sort of goes with the painting as well. And the scent, I can just describe it as spicy and maybe a little bit of a powder. It's very interesting. It's a very nice scent. But that's what I'm using here. And this is Crafts by Crashly diamond painting paper, or sorry, release paper. This is, I think, a Miss Coffee design that just has some funny diamond painter sayings on it. I do have one thing that's sort of new here, and this is a release paper as well. But what this is it lets you track how long you work on your painting. And I thought this was really sort of ingenious. Let me bring it up here a little bit closer. So it has the 12 months of the year and then the days of the month. So I'm just using a Sharpie to color out, sort of Scantron, the dots of the days that I work on this. So you can see I've worked on this for 5 consecutive days. The last one is today, of course, the 9th. And then if I put this away to work on something else, I'll skip those days and then I'll start marking it. So it's going to help me just keep track of exactly what days I'm working on what. It gives you an opportunity to write the information down here. So, oh, excuse me. Of course, the minute I start, taping, I'm gonna be tired all of a sudden. But hey, if that helps. So the painting name, I'm calling this the Kerminator because he's like the Terminator, all buff and everything. This is a custom. I got it from J. Lee, and I started on 3.5, and then I'll put the finish date. What I do is I just put this like sort of over my where I'm working at the moment, so that it stays with the image. And then probably what I'll do is when I'm done, I can go ahead and take this into my logbook along with any notes and stuff about the picture itself. I don't have a picture of this on my logbook because I don't think I know I had it on paper somewhere. I'll have to look for it, but um, at minimum, I may just grab the one off of the above the legend here of the um, on the canvas. But I thought this was ingenious. This is steampunk. Uh, the steampunk version, just one more section, of course, is what the diamond painter everybody says. One more section before I go to bed, and then you end up not going to bed. This is from a Magic Crafts by Cindy, and I'll post it down below. She's on Etsy, and she is based in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And this got to me quite quick. I placed the order on February 24th, and then I think it shipped on the 3rd, and I received it already. So I got a couple, and there's like 3 different sizes of this. There's this one smaller, and then one sort of like just longer and skinnier. And then, so I got a couple packs of that just because I intend on using that quite often or on each of the paintings. And then she gave me some samples, which was nice. So that's everything that I'm currently working with, but I do have one other thing that I wanted to show you. And I show you this, very reluctant to show you this because this is a collector's item. This is worth a lot of money. But today I received a package from Crashly, from Crafts with Crashly. And what I got from her was just a honkin' chunk full, look at this, chunk full of release papers. She had an auction, I don't know, a couple days ago, a week ago or something like that. And you were able to bid on pens and various lots of release papers, and I won this relatively large lot of release paper. And I like it because I tend to reuse my release papers a lot, but like these, they're not event specific or anything, so I probably will stop reusing these as much because once you start getting the corners sort of dog-eared and stuff like that, placing it, I start having trouble placing it and getting it exactly on lines and stuff like that. So I'll start working my way through those. But I received a set of custom release papers. And this is actually a design that I made, but I'm going to show you, save the best for last, but here's the design that I made. Some of you may recall this from the 3-day weekend live that we did. I think I showed this on that live, but I have a Berta eating pizza, oh my god, Seattle Seahawks colors release paper in my favorite shape. I really enjoy the new squares that Crashly's offering, which, by the way, pretty much, don't quote me on everything, but if you see something in her shop and it doesn't offer the option for square, just message Crashly really quick and ask her if it's available, and then she may just tell you yes it is. You just need to put it in the notes or something, because they're slowly getting some of their older stock listing updated. But I really like these squares. I just feel they're like a little bit more manageable than these larger pieces, and it's only like an inch smaller. I don't know. it may just be my imagination too. But here's the collector's item. I have personally signed by Berta. This was personally signed by Berta, and don't know exactly how they did this because this is Berta's signature, but she obviously didn't. She's in Alaska, and she didn't go to, where are they? Missouri somewhere? Where's at Crashly? I forget, but she's not in the center of this of the United States. She's in Alaska, so she sent them her signature, and they were able to put it on one of these. So this is going into my uh, scrapbook here as a collector's item. I should probably put it in plastic, something laminated. Um, and the story behind this photo is sort of funny. Tammy, diamond painting with NMD Tammy, she was having her regular live and she was interviewing somebody. And Berta, um, Berta, myself, Lee, were usually on the StreamYard, which is the program used to stream these, and I'm using it here today to record this for the first time using this in this capacity. But we're usually backstage, what's called backstage, just in case Tammy needs something, as well as moderating the chat and stuff like that. No, for whatever reason, Berta pops up on the screen when she joins, and she always joins maybe a little bit later than Tammy's start time because she's getting home from work. So she normally is prepared for that, but all of a sudden she popped on the screen and she's eating her pizza, and this was the face that she made to be like, holy crap, why am I on the screen? And then she took herself off. So I went ahead and did the screen grab. I found this background, changed the colors to the Seattle Seahawks colors, and yes, I did find the hex colors for that and changed them, and then found this graphic and thought it fit. And then just to like sort of cover up some negative space here, I put in some Seattle Seahawks colored hearts. Um, so yeah, I thought that was sort of a fun image. And now I have it, thanks to Crashly and to Berta, I have it on release papers. So let's go ahead and let me just get situated here. Let me pick out color that I'm going to work on. This piece is a little crazy with the confetti. Um, so I want to make sure that I can pick something that I can still work and talk with. So hold on 1 second while I get my color. I can tell that it's late at night because I can't find this color anywhere, and my eyes are playing tricks on me a little bit, but this is better than laying in the bed and staring at the walls. So go ahead and get this color out and let's begin. So how are you? How has the week or so been since my last WIP in chat? I hope all is well with you. Um, drop a line down below, um, or comment down below, letting everybody know. The community, cares for each other. So we want to make sure that if anybody needs a little lift or what have you, that someone is there to try and help you out a little bit. So let me know how you're doing down in the comments below. How am I doing? Thanks for asking. um, I am tired, and I'm not saying that just from a insomnia uh, point of view. I'm just tired. It's been a week. It's been a month. It's been a January. It's been a February. Just so much going on. in general, in the news and stuff like that. Just it's crazy. Um, and then work is crazy. They've been talking about reorg for my division, and nobody seems to know what that means. Um, and just not sure what's gonna happen with that. I'm trying not to focus on it because if I focus on it, I won't get any work done whatsoever. But it's a bit of a concern. I've been there for I don't know 13 years, I think, total, and it let me see. My position is sort of redundant. Like there's two halves to the team that I work on, and I'm one half senior. I'm senior manager for one of the halves, and there's another senior manager for the other one. So I don't know if that's going to come into play. I do know that just sort of based on my um, history working there, I know where I fall within the pay scales. The each position, each grade level has a uh, grade salary scale, like a midpoint and a mid, or a low point, mid, and max. And I know that I am trending above midpoint, so that means that I am more of an expensive employee. So you know, if they have to look at the two senior managers and go, gee, we only want one to remain, they'll probably take the cheaper one. But I also have much more seniority in the organization as well as just in the industry, period. So maybe that would come into play. But yeah, I've been looking at the postings for um, other roles in the organization. And truth be told, I'm really hesitant to look for another position in the organization because not because I can't find anything that would be interesting, but um, very few of the positions anymore are full remote positions. There would be days in the office required. And now my position is fully remote. So I like hanging out with Sammy all day and making sure he's okay and that if he needs to go outside, he can go outside. He I have left him alone to like go up to Wisconsin to meet with coworkers and stuff like that. Um, so he's been alone for a couple hours and he does fine. He absolutely does fine. He's just older now. And, I know that as I get older and I get up now at nighttime to use the washroom and stuff like that. So I'm assuming that he may just need to go out a little bit more. So I usually have my neighbor come and let him out midday. But with his health challenges and the meds he's on, I just like being here and keeping an eye on him. That's really my focus right now. So there is a position that I know the person in charge. They're pretty cool. I like the division uh, better than the division that I'm in now, um, and lots of benefits of potentially applying for that role and perhaps getting it, but then knowing that I would have to go into the office and most likely the downtown office. I just don't want to do that right now. My priorities are elsewhere. So, sort of waiting to see what's going to happen with this whole reorg thing. But um, at least I have enough diamond paintings to last me through any unemployment stints, right? That's all that's important. The world could fall apart, but as long as I have enough diamond paintings that I can hole up with and not have to go outside or see people or whatever the case may be, all the better. Um, but and one other thing I have going for me is having been with the company for double digits. Um, I would get a pretty nice severance package. They just changed it, I think, last year from 3 weeks per year to 2 weeks per year, but that's still a nice little chunk of change just to help see me through hopefully any type of job search situation. But hopefully it won't come to that. They usually give you an opportunity to post to other positions that may be open in the organization. So if something truly does happen, I will just have to bite the bullet and apply for a role somewhere else and hopefully get it and hopefully be able to negotiate some type of um, additional work from home time. So that's going on. Let's see what else is going on. Well, before I get to the big thing, I've part of the reason I'm doing this video a little bit differently than I've done in the past. I had I had one, two, three videos ready to go, ready to post or go live, and I had to pull them down because a couple of them were unboxings for a company that is no longer, and it I thought it would sort of be pointless to show, hey, look at this great canvas and this awesome picture. Wow, Rich, where can I get that? Well, you can't. So, um, or you can get it, it's just somewhere totally different. I have no idea what the um, uh, quality is, etc. So I had to pull those down. And then the one that did was for another company. Um, I pulled up to edit, and the image was just horrible. The video quality was horrible. I don't know what happened. I use the equipment that I have been using. Um, the only thing I can think of is that usually when I do the unboxings or I need more room than what's at my desk here, I go into the dining room and it has a big picture window. And I think I just got flooded with too much light at some point, and it didn't dawn on me that maybe this would be impacting the quality of the video. So I have to probably reshoot that one, um, or do some type of um, abbreviated version, something like that. I still want to do it because it's a brand new to me diamond painting company that I found on Etsy. And I like some of their images. Some of the images are not for me, uh, but they have some accessories and stuff like that. And yeah, I just want to make sure I'm supporting all the small businesses out there. Um, so I was a little frustrated when it came to videos for this week because everything that I had put time and effort into, recording and any type of editing and stuff, all of a sudden was for naught. Which leads me to the big topic of the week, which would be, or the past longer than a week, whatever it's been, is the closing of Art and Soul Diamond Painting. Um, if you don't uh, know who Art and Soul is, they were a diamond painting company based in the US. They drop shipped all of their goods. I have done a couple unboxings for them, um, for items that I purchased from them. And the quality was very good. Um, they had some really cool artists, and I really enjoyed getting to know the owners and stuff like that. I helped them out with a couple little projects and stuff like that. So I really, really liked Art and Soul. Well, uh, there's a whole story as to what happened, but suffice it to say, they sort of got bullied out of existence. And, um, I don't want to go too far into it because what has resulted is so much hatred, vitriol, um, rude comments being lobbed over the walls from the Art and Soul um, or at Art and Soul from the fans of sort of the instigator. And I use that word not to blame. I'm using that word as the person who posted something to start this, and that's irrefutable. That is what happened. Um, so yeah, their fan base just started coming after these people, and it was just really sad to see. And they did some reputable damage to the brand of Art and Soul. Uh, and the owners just made the decision that they probably could not come back from this, and I don't blame them whatsoever. So they shut down. And at first, it was they were gonna whatever paintings were ordered, they were gonna finish them out, whatever, and then some other stuff happened, and they said, you know what, we just need to refund any outstanding order. Um, so the situation um, certainly, tragic in and of itself, but the hatred from people in the community um, was just so disappointing and distressing because I have a passion for the community, the diamond painting community, um, because uh, when I first started diamond painting, I think I talked about this previously. There wasn't a community that I was at least that I was aware of, but certainly it didn't exist in the um, form that it is now, uh, with quite a large community at that. But I've really found like a place that I feel accepted. I feel like I belong. Um, I've met some great people, so I'm very very passionate about preserving and promoting community. And when you see just fighting words going going back and forth or one way or the other, it wears me out. It just wears me out. Um, it's just so disappointing. And yeah, I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. Some of the comments that I was seeing. Someone did take the opportunity to remind me, and if you are watching and you know who you are, thank you for reminding me. Uh, Not that it excuses anything, but at least it gives me hope that still the diamond painting community itself may still, uh, have some semblance of order or whatnot. But the the real mudslinging was coming from people who may not be part of the diamond painting community because there's other crafts that uh, were involved with some of the parties. So perhaps not that it doesn't make it right. I mean, we're still all humans, and we still all have feelings, and we still all um, uh, you know should be respected as people. in general. And it's just what happened just was not deserved to the extent that it went. It was just not. So yeah, that really wore me out. That really wore me out because it's one of those things that um, you don't want to get involved in, but I also want to know what's happening because I want to, if interference needs to be run, I want to be able to run that interference. Uh, but then at the same time, I don't want to do that because I don't want to get involved because it's only diamond painting, folks. I say that all the time to Tammy. It's only diamond painting. Why are people getting so upset about this? Um, diamond painting is a very powerful thing as far as what it does for people with anxiety and depression and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's just a craft. So why is everybody getting so bent out of shape because something happened? Um, so uh, so yeah, it's like I just have sort of been walking a very thin line for the past week or so, deciding deciding or to comment or not to comment or to bring something to someone's attention or to not bring something to someone's attention. And what was even um, I should say what was just more uh, additionally concerning, put it that way, is I saw that some fellow small businesses got into the mix and started, I'm not going to say slinging mud because they weren't slinging mud, but they were not involved, but yet they had things to say, which I just don't understand. Um, I love the movie Steel Magnolias, and there's a scene. Olympia Dukakis and I believe Dolly Parton are sitting on a couch at a party, and they're talking about some folks. And Olympia Dukakis's character says, "If you don't have anything good to say, come sit by me." Meaning, let's spill the tea. Let's talk about it. And um, that is fine if you're going to talk about it within some, you know, the confines of just you and a friend or whatnot. But to post things on social media that then just fans the flames of misinformation and whatnot um, was very disturbing because this was a small business that got taken down by just not factual, not fully factual information being spread. And the small businesses that were involved in it, they could be taken down just as well. And um, it's just sad that, like I feel that diamond painters are a community, these small businesses are part of that community. And I just feel that that trust and respect was betrayed a little bit. So that was equally as disappointing, which just brings me to the point of, um, one thing I've wanted to just mention for a while is always remember that community or no community, um, we, you and I are consumers, and our money talks. Our money goes to places. Obviously, we spend money at um, small businesses or larger companies that have artwork that we like, or pens that we like, or putties that we like. Um, If you don't agree with their business practices, don't spend your money there. Don't support it. Just remember that you have that power. You have that option. Um, I know that a lot of people think certain ways about some larger companies, but they're like, but there's really no other place to go. Like everybody knows that McDonald's is horrible for you, but we all still go to McDonald's. Um, you have to make a real big effort to not patronize places that maybe go against your thoughts and beliefs. Like, for example, outside of the community, I have not shopped at Walmart for years, um, because I just don't like the effect that Walmart has on small businesses, and the fact that they have to go out of business because there is no competition, right? Um, and everybody has horror stories or good stories about working places and stuff like that. So I don't I don't know anything about that, but it's just I feel it's a shame that the minute Walmart opens somewhere, a bunch of the small retailers have to close because they just can't compete. So I haven't shopped there for a while. Where else? Most recently, I have not shopped at a Target for a couple months now, because of uh, the rate of speed at which they rolled back all of their DEI um, uh, programs and stuff like that. I don't think that was right. I have very uh, specific beliefs when it comes to DEI programs and the like. Um, and I just didn't like the fact that they were so eager to sort of just roll over and pull things back. So I promptly closed my Target account, um, and I haven't been back since, and I don't really plan on being back there until something different changes. Instead, I make sure to go shop at um, a store that um, still supports DEI initiatives, and make sure that employees are still um, reti- res- treated respectfully and treated with dignity, etc. So, but just apply the same thought process to diamond paintings. Yes, there may be an awesome putty maker or an awesome diamond painting company or an awesome pen company. If you don't like the way they do business and you are pretty confident that that is the way that they do business, don't patronize them. There are other places to go. I have shied away from various businesses for various reasons, and guess what? I still find putty, and I still find paintings, and I still find pens, and I still find there's lots of other places out there. So just make sure that you never forget, in the spirit of, oh, we're a community, we want to support everybody. That's great. But just remember you are a consumer as well, and that you have some power as a consumer. Um, yeah. So let's see what else is going on. Totally enjoying some warmer weather here. It's been somewhat nice. It's supposed to be 59 degrees, 50 something degrees later today. So I'm looking forward to that. I am placing things on the wrong symbols. So let me just take that back. Uh, what else? What else? What else? So working on this project for Get Your Weird On. For Reagathon, I am still thoroughly enjoying the canvas for that. I can't wait to get back to it. Um, and I will give updates on all of the canvases as I complete them and whatnot. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think that really sort of wraps up the since the last time I talked to you guys. Oh, I did have a couple other purchases I just want to mention really quick. Um, so I did get a new light pad. I got a larger light pad because I typically work on larger pieces. This 45 by 60, and I think my Regathon is similar in size. These are like snack size pieces for me. I'm usually at least 80 centimeters, stuff like that. But I got this new light pad, and what I really like about it, and you may see that just a little bit here off to the side, the other light pads I've had are shiny uh, on the top and sort of let light through with no filter. This is, you can sort of hear it maybe. Um, this is like frosted, and it filters the light a lot better, I believe. It's not as glaring back at me, so I feel my eyes don't get as freaked out as quickly. Um, yeah, and I'm really enjoying it so far. It is an A1, which is so the largest size is an A0. A1 is the next one down. I had an A2. The other thing that I like about this surface is I'm able to use my, you can see a little bit of it up here. I use like a clean release painter's tape to hold canvases. I've tried clamps, and if I'm at the edge of the uh, light pad, the clamps work great. But when I need to be in the center of the light pad or whatnot, I've tried magnets. Nothing works really great. Tape works fantastic. When I would use the tape, though, on the uh, clear or the shiny surfaced light pads, it would leave residue no matter what I did. So I am enjoying the fact that this is not the residue on this. The other thing that I purchased, and there will have to be a separate video on this. I just need to figure out how the heck I'm going to do it. But some of you may have heard, if you did not, there's a creator on TikTok, Diamond Kisses XO, I believe is her name. I believe she's also on Instagram. And she is a creator out of Canada, and she has created the largest diamond painting ever so far. It is 100 by 500 centimeters. 500 centimeters, it's like 16 feet. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I mean, how long would that take you? I know that would take me quite some time. And I may get a little bored with it partway through. I don't know, but it's just that to me is just amazing. And I thought, who the heck could do that and work on this and whatnot? So I promptly scoured the internet and found a 100 by 300 image from AliExpress and Amazon. It was on both places. I ended up ordering it from Amazon, but it was from the same vendor. Um, but 300 centimeters, that's 10 feet. So I can't hold this thing up without it touching the floor. Like I hold it all the way up with my arms. I'm 5'8", and it would still drag on the floor. So I need to figure out a way that I can corral this thing to show it to everybody. Um, it is a piece that um, I cannot find any accreditation to an artist or anything, so I do believe that it is not a licensed image. So part of me hesitates to show it because of that, but I do believe that I was very careful to ensure that there is no intellectual property infringement use with the image because I did some homework. I did a reverse search with the image on Google to see what else was out there to make sure it didn't come up for, as another artist's piece. Plus, the subject matter, it's a map of the world. Last time I checked, there's not a lot of intellectual property there that is not available to anybody on planet Earth. So it's a stylized map, um, and but it's a map, and they put some boats on it. So I don't feel that I am uh, taking money from an independent artist and not uh, properly paying them for their work. What I am using is a uh, general piece that was probably, you know, generated via AI or heavy digital art, and made by an employee of the company, um, who also, they got paid for their work. So I don't feel that I'm ripping anything off. So uh, I think I think I'm okay with um, making an exception to show it on my channel. But this thing is just incredibly huge. Um, think about diamond painting that's 100 centimeters. Okay, so that's how wide this thing is, and then it's the 500 centimeters long. The bag of drills is the entire size of the width of the diamond painting. So it is 100 centimeters of drills, which is a total of 799 drills. There's only 27 colors. You can sort of see the image a little bit there. Maybe a little blurry. I don't know why it's not focusing, but that's the image. 799 packs of drills, 27 colors, no special drills. So if I do anything, I'll probably bling it out myself. There's 185 packs of 310s. So that's going to be interesting. And I freaked out for a moment when I first got this because this inventory sheet says round bags. And I ordered this. I was sure to find a painting this large in squares because there's no way that I would have the patience to work on a round uh, painting. I just don't like rounds that much. So I specifically chose this one because it was one of the few that was squares, not rounds. So when I saw that, I thought, what? So I had to open up the ginormous bag of drills just to check out, to do a quality check to make sure that they were truly square drills. And they are. So I think that is it. We're coming up on the hour. So I am going to let you go about your day, your evening, whenever you're listening to this. I'm probably going to go and try and fall asleep again. I don't know how successful I will be, but might as well give it a shot and get a couple hours sleep here. It is I'm looking at the time. It's 2:04 a.m., but the automatically adjusting clocks now read 3:04 a.m. So we have sprung forward. So bring on the late sunlight. I was looking outside today. It was 5:30 p.m. and it was still daylight outside. It was so nice, and I thought, ooh, tomorrow it's going to be 6:30 p.m. It's going to be great. But then, of course, getting up in the morning, it's going to be pitch dark again for a little bit. But so be it. But let's go ahead. Oh, excuse me, and try and get some sleep. And let's see, later on today, I am live at 4 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Central on my channel. It's a Sunday fun day. Let's get together and let's just talk. The topic or topics are really set by the people in the chat. And we just hang out and visit. And, certainly we'll talk diamond painting if it comes up. But, we talk about food and beverage and books and movies and all the stuff. So and retreats, whatnot. So make sure to join. If you're watching this on a replay, please comment #replay to let me know that you're out there and that you are checking out my videos on the replay. And yeah, I think that's it. So please, if you have enjoyed, make sure that you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know whenever I put up a video. Hopefully, uh, well, actually, you know what? I don't know what is going to be my video because, like I said, a lot of my new purchases are from Art and Soul that's no longer. So I'm going to have to think about probably work on getting my large canvas set up for filming and stuff like that. So not sure what the next video exactly will be, but there will be something. For those of you who are thinking of participating in Diamonds in the Rough, which starts in April, I believe, a number of vendors just put up their Diamond in the Rough merchandise. So make sure to go check it out. I personally grabbed a couple packs of Tracy's DP World putty that is in the shape of paws, and the scent is corn chips for the way that a dog's toe beans smell. So I just love that idea. So I grabbed a couple packs of that. So go check out that merch if you're interested in doing so. If not, I will talk to you next time we get together or later on today in our live. And just don't forget that, as in life, diamond painting, there is no rules. So when it comes to life, when it comes to diamond painting, you do you. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.